Southwest Virginia. I'm out here doing something I've never done, technically never done, car camping, but today I'm going to be dropped off here at a campsite just a few miles from where I live near South Holston Lake. Brought too many things, as I do. Usually I overpack, but this time it's okay since I'm just being dropped off. I stuffed everything I could into a backpack and into a military duffel. I couldn't get the site that I originally wanted. There was someone there, but I think this will be okay. Let me show you. Let me show you around here. Hand it around. We'll figure something out. Dun, 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 dun. There's the government road we came in on, and there's someone down the road. There's someone camped out right down there, and then there maybe a quarter of a mile, well, not even a quarter of a mile back that way. And I guess I'll probably either camp right here with a sort of a view of the lake. Looks like there's a trail going down to the lake. I forgot my grate to camp or to cook, so I hope there's a grate. If there's not a grate, and there's not a grate, it's just a fire pit. And a lot of trash in the fire pit. Isn't that nice? And the road goes all the way down that way. And I think it connects to another campsite, but darn, I don't have a grate. That's not good. I'll have to figure something out. All right, well, it's 3:17, and there goes my my transportation out here. They may come back a little bit later on. Like I said, I forgot my grate to go in. I thought I kind of assumed that that these fire pits had grates. I think I've watched too many of the bushcraft videos of the guys up in Canada, where they actually have grates in the fire pits. But I'll make do. I've got aluminum foil. I can always wrap the steak up in that, or I can just spear it and try and do that. But this is going to be my home for tonight and tomorrow until about 3 or 4 tomorrow afternoon. Got a little gear bomb going on. I brought out a couple of these citronella candles. There is no bushcrafty kind of thing going on, no splitting of wood today. I brought some charcoal. And there's also, it rained a little bit, but the burn ban, I don't think it's been lifted. So it'll be safer no matter what to use the charcoal. But there's the old tripod, and that's where I'm going to be hanging out. probably put my hammock up maybe right through there. And here in a minute, there was another campsite, another site just like this down there. But and we'll go down there here in a minute and check that out. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and I keep saying So I think before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and put my tent up and get the DSLR camera out. And the wind's not blowing too hard right now, so we'll see how it goes with that dead cat. I think I know why it was making that muffled sound. I think you have to line everything up perfectly. See that? I think you have to line that up with on the see, this has got the same, got a little right there. So we'll see. We'll experiment with that a little bit. The instructions were very basic on the setup. And I got a new Snow Peak 900 milliliter stove, or not stove, cook set. And I've also got a Bush, not a Bush, I keep saying Bush Buddy for some reason. I don't have a Bush Buddy twig stove, but that's I got a billy pot. And instead of bringing the Mountain Hardwear tent out today, I brought the Kelty. To be honest with you, I love my Mountain Hardwear, and it's lighter than that Kelty. But the Kelty, if you're just doing car camping, or if I were, maybe canoe camping, doing a canoe trip, and I might bring that one more than I would bring the Mountain Hardwear. It's a better backpacking tent all the way around. But enough chit chat. You don't need to see me putting up a tent. That's kind of boring. So as soon as I get everything set up, I'll come back on and get the DSLR on. Okay, looks like as you can see, I went ahead and got that Kelty up, and it's a Kelty Circuit 2 of course meaning 2-man tent. The only thing, it's not windy tonight. It's not going to be windy, and it's going to be the low of 52, so it's not bad. But everything is color coded as it is these days with a lot of new tents. So everything from the fly to the poles, orange to orange, black to black. And still haven't got the DSLR up and running yet. Hopefully, there's always a problem. If anyone uses an iPhone and a DSLR or etc. to film, I run into the problem sometimes of when I'm using the iPhone and I try to get the footage back over to my laptop, which is a Windows. It's a Dell, and it's running the It's good Lord. Yeah, another outdoor research floppy hat. I decided to wear this tonight instead of wearing my other Swift boat hat, or Swift hat that I wear a lot. And if anyone doesn't like me chewing gum, I know that some people don't like that. I apologize. But I'm going to go ahead and set up my hammock. I think that I'm going to set the hammock up, and as you can see, the chair is already set up. I'll go ahead and start moving all my stuff inside the tent. Well, I got everything set up, tent's up. The only thing I have to do is unroll my sleeping bag, and there's the old Marlboro sleeping bag that I mentioned. Yes, I was a smoker for 28 years, quit this February, will make 2 years. And there's the old Eno hammock I got from another great deal on Facebook Marketplace. You've seen it before in the other videos. The Kelty Circuit 2, now I bought that from REI and became a co-op member of REI at the same time. And so far it's not done me wrong, I have to say. I've only used it a couple of times, so I'm going to alternate back and forth between it and the Mountain Hardwear. When I do backpacking trips, I'll be using the Mountain Hardwear. And Marlboro sleeping bag will be changed out soon with a little bit lighter maybe a Kelty or a Mountain Hardwear sleeping bag, something that's going to fit snugly inside of the that Osprey backpack. But there's the Sam's Club Special camp chair. I need to get an actual Helinox or Terralite, something like that. But just about ready to sit down. I still haven't had that beer yet. It's always better to get everything you need to get done before you have a beer. Got water over there thawing. I brought a couple of water bottles out that were frozen. That way I didn't have to bring anything else out. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kick that DSLR on and see how it works. As you can see, it's the same setup as a lot of the other YouTubers like Doug Linker and Joe Robinette use. So I'm doing something wrong with that mic, evidently. Maybe and everyone complains about that right there. Well, that's my bad side. But you can see how that pops out. It's so tough to get that thing on. And when you slide it on and off, it does that. They're about $10 on eBay, so I need to get another one just in case that one messes up. All right, so we're going to switch over from the iPhone, and got my GoPro session. My nephew Braxton was asking about the GoPro. I was telling him that I would recommend, and I've said it before, when I switch out or get another GoPro, it's going to be the Hero. These sessions are great. The only thing is, I would like to have that screen on the back of the GoPro so I could actually see the LCD screen. But they work perfectly. And the only thing now is there's somebody else near, so I'm not going to be able to go swim down there in the lake. That's a kind of a bummer. I've got on swimming trunks. These are actually quick drying swimming trunks. So, okay. The government road is right there, and bam, there's my setup. And we're out here in Southwest Virginia, not to be the stereotype to death, but I don't have a firearm with me. All I have is a knife, a hatchet, and a saw. So if someone were to come out here, I'm not the way I used to be before the brain tumor. So I don't like to go too far away from my stuff, and I don't want to have it all out there so people can see it. But this was the other site that I was thinking about using, but there's no breeze right now. But when I first got here, came down here and checked this site out, and there was a strong breeze coming right up through the lake right there. It was coming right in, and I figured that would just be too windy. Right here, middle of summertime, it wouldn't be too bad, and it actually probably wouldn't be too bad this evening. But best to err on the side of caution. But as you can see, there's trash down here as well. I'm gonna have to put on some bug spray right now. The only thing I brought was some Skin So Soft, some Skin So Soft bug repellent. Hopefully that'll work. And I brought 2 citronella candles, and I've got that new Lip Mobile power bank. We'll see how that thing's going to work this evening. That's all. I didn't bring any other kind of power out with me, or power bank, but I'm using a new iPhone Max, so battery on it is amazing. And there, and again, that's thanks to my friend Tina. Tina, if you watch this, or when you watch this, I should say, I literally wouldn't be alive right now without you. You've been a lifesaver in so many ways. Golly Wally. Years ago, the road cut off and went down that way, and then it made a loop around. There were none of these campsites were here. There used to be a bad problem down through here. People used to end up dead a lot. This used to be known as a place, if you come down here at night, that you may not leave. But the game warden, forestry service officer, they come out here more, and they put this investment into they blocked all these off. You know, that road used to go right down that way. But like I said, they blocked everything off. So you can park your car there and park your car down there. And then if you go down that government road around, and we may hike down there in a minute, but I think there's somebody that's camped out just right over that hillside going. I didn't bring my tripod. I've got the big tripod for the DSLR, and then I've got a smaller tripod for the iPhone and or the GoPro. And I didn't bring it. I didn't think I was going to walk this far down. But hey, wow, looks pretty sweet out here. I'm walking on down, and look, more trash. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough. I don't have enough trash bags for all this. But I do smell a campfire. I do smell a campfire. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, now I can't see a damn thing. Sun's right in my eyes. I'm still nursing this Long Island tea. Have been for over an hour now. Let's come on down here and check this stuff out. Oh, good Lord. If I can't transfer these clips over for this video to my laptop, what I'll do is I'll make a little vlog, since iMovie loves to just limit you, throttle you to 15 minutes. Now here's where I should have set up camp. Golly, I'll have to remember this next time. Because I'd like to come out here in the middle of winter. I'll be quite honest with you. I guarantee you in the middle of winter. Oh, no way. What the heck? Oh, look, Ozark Trail. Isn't that sweet? And a ruler or a tape measure? Conduit? What the heck? Propane canisters. There's the part of a beach down there. I don't want to leave my campsite too long. Like I said, there's not anybody out here, I don't think, but I don't want to take that chance. Here's where I'll come out here in the middle of winter and do another camp. Do a winter camp out here. Make sure I bring extra fuel. And see, this is where I'd love to put in. Right through here, or right, there's a boat ramp back a little ways. You saw it in the earlier part of the video. Put in and then come in over here. But this, yeah, this is pretty sweet right here. I like it. But ravioli cans over in there, beer cans. Wow, it's a pretty sweet point though right there. But that's a shame that people just come out here and destroy everything. That's just wrong. I've been out here when the lake has been all the way up to that, right there at the edge of that grass. Great swimming. You do have to be careful of those rocks and things like that, but somebody's cooking something. Do you smell what the rock's cooking? The people's elbow. Gonna lay the smack down on your candy ass. That's right. All right, so there's where we came from. And like I said, I don't have my tripod, so I can't do any cool see me come, see me go, here I am, there I go kind of shots. But we're gonna head back up to the campsite now. I've been gone for maybe 30 minutes. Just kind of walking around, checking things out. And then I'll go from there. Okay, back up to the campsite over there, as you can see. And you know, as I was walking up here, an old memory surfaced. when I was a young lad, I used to have a like a Saturday morning cartoon that used to play before the regular cartoons. It wasn't Schoolhouse Rock, but it was a little cartoon that was said that it was an owl, and it said, "Give a hoot, don't pollute." Unfortunately, nobody listens to that. There was also, years and years ago, the Indian that had the teardrop coming down his face because of all the pollution that he would see, the litter. And here we are, back to the campsite. I almost wish I hadn't went over there. Kind of made me, well, it did make me depressed. Depressed me a little bit at the ignorance of human beings sometimes. Sad. Very, very sad. But anyway, as we come back up on the campsite, as I was saying a minute ago, if this doesn't transfer over properly when I get home, I'll make this into a vlog. So we have some Kingsford charcoal, because as I was mentioning, we had a bit of rain yesterday, but before that we were in a drought, and there's a burn ban. I checked just a few minutes ago. It's still in effect, even though we had that rain yesterday. It wasn't enough to get us out of a drought, and everything is still pretty dry. So I'm glad I did bring that charcoal. I wasn't going to, but Mom knows best. My mother said, "Why don't you go ahead and bring that charcoal just in case?" Oh, come on now. So I got some baby wipes there. Always important. They're flushable, but I won't take them. They'll be packed up with me. There's a trash bag up underneath that. There's a tripod there. There is the selfie stick I was looking for a minute ago. And then that bag is the tripod for the GoPro and or this iPhone. It's got a bracket to hold the iPhone. There's that Fisker's hatchet. It seems like everybody and their brother, as I've said before, has one. I've seen Justin Barber use one. A couple of the guys that go out camping with Joe Robinette have one. There's another citronella candle. I got a hoodie. I've also got a Primloft wannabe Eddie Bauer coat with me in case I get too cold, a little chilly. So there's a Snow Peak titanium little pot and frying pan that I picked up, and it can also nest inside of the Bush Buddy. I need to get one of those, but they're handmade, and they're $100 for the actual Bush Buddy gasifier twig stove. And inside of that is my toilet paper. That's a billy pot, or a zebra, as my friend over in China. Oh gosh, I've just had a brain drain. Kiara, the beautiful New Zealander, or Kiwi, that has a degree in Asian studies like me. Why is it I meet women like that all on the other side of the world? She got the good eye, karma, which translates to as such is life, fate. I got me out. There's my hoodie, as I said, and yeah. So there, we're back to camp. Oh, good Lord, it's blinding me, I say. I've been munching out on some Pringles before I left. I thought I had a candy bar or two, or a Cliff Bar, but I must have forgot those at the house as well. And as you can see, that plastic is little, or it's little. It's too little for my Kelty tent. One cooler, two cooler, and some Avon. Skin so soft. Skin so soft. Yes, indeed. The old DSLR with the Yongnuo, I guess it's Mandarin lens on the old Canon T4i. So yeah, it's a beautiful night. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful out here. All right, let's go down here and see the lake. Whoa, what the fuck? Whoa. You know, I'm down here, someone could just come in and get out and say, ready to go out here, and then it kind of be down here. This is alright. Let's get back up there to the campsite, and when finish that Long Island iced tea, and find a snack or something. I got a couple of little snacks. I get kind of hungry. Okay, I've been processing up a little bit of extra wood using my SOG wood saw. Special Operations Group is the what that stands for. Doing pretty good. Got a few pieces right there. I'm going to process up a little bit more and process 15 minutes. We'll walk over here and find out. I've got to learn how to film better at night. I apologize profusely, I should say. I apologize unreservedly, as John Cleese once said in Fish Called Wanda. So it's doing pretty good. Looks like those the charcoal is finally starting to catch. I didn't bring any lighter fluid out. I thought, no, there's no reason for that. I've started a fire got the charcoal burning many times without that, and it's not the match light. Yeah, look at that down in there. Looks pretty good. So we'll get that burning, and yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, tomorrow I will clean out that dirty diaper, and when luckily I've got some hand sanitizer, sanitize my hands on that. So I've got my family, my sister and my mother brought one of my grates, my fire grates, and so I've got, as you can see, there's a rock, and over here there's another grate right there, and get that in there. Yeah, you're right in there. You can see that rock, and then right there. So here in a little while, I'll put get the grate right there in there, or get the grate on there if I could speak normally, and then start cooking that steak. So we're going to go from there. I've got some rice, but I may wait until the morning for that, because I may just put that on my twig stove. I've got an ember lit fire ant twig stove that I'll probably use that in the morning to make some coffee and then maybe make some rice. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here tomorrow. I was planning on being here till about 2 o'clock, but I also have to do, since we did have a little bit of rain, it greened everything up, greened the yard up, so I might have to do one last mow for the season, and a little bit more of the weed eating. Blah, blah, blah. So, all right then. So rambling on forever and a day. I'm going to cut it back off. Super good hardwood right there. I cut a big long piece of dead standing, and I've been processing it up. Looking good. I think we're not going to process it down any further than that. We're not going to split it. We're not going to baton it. That right there is good enough for right now. Now in the morning for coffee, I may baton it down some, or I may cut it some more. But over here, you can see that so those big long pieces, I'll process that down a little bit further. And for right now, this right here will be doing it. Well, it's going to be good enough for this evening. So there's a bunch of people over there right now checking things out. Hopefully it won't have to get violent. Big long piece. Okay, I'm continuing to process things down. Got a few more pieces, but that piece still there. Broke those pieces up, and those people, they left. Luckily, way out here in BFE with no firearm, I've got I have the SOG saw, and then I have a hatchet. So unless I'm prepared to get medieval on somebody, yeah, it would be it wouldn't be good. So, but I've got my little candles burning. Fire's doing pretty good now. Look at that. So. Yeah, we're going to be cooking up that steak here in a minute, and I'm just listening to a few podcasts right now. Okay, the bed of coals is ready. I'm going to walk over here and get the, I'm going to walk over here and get, oh good Lord, I'm going to get the steak. All right, as everyone knows, Montreal steak spice, and don't worry, I did clean my hands with the wipe beforehand, but I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna clean my phone, but it's not the best. That's what happens when you're using your iPhone instead of your GoPro or your DSLR, and all of a sudden somehow I touched it the wrong way, and Siri came on. So yay Siri. So as I was saying, Montreal steak spice makes everything nice, as we all know. Okay, I have to get that in just 1 second. Don't want to leave out anywhere around here because there are bears. So here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, did you see that right there? Twig, a twig, there we go. All right, yummy. So, got to go find my silverware and the fork. It's in it. That way I can toss it. I can turn it over here in a minute. But finally, look at that big slab of beef. Like I said, it's not a New York strip and it's not a tomahawk steak, but it's good enough. And I think that right there is going to be enough. I don't need any rice. I'll eat that in the morning. So yeah, I'll come back here in a second. Whew, been a long day. Got tired all of a sudden after processing up like this piece, and then over there's a bunch of pieces of wood that I've processed up, sawed up. I'm going to buy one of those Baco Laplander pocket saws, folding saws, I should say. I like the SOG, but it seemed like that SOG saw seemed like it was trying to bend a little bit, and I was trying to baby it. But if necessary, I've got that. I need to put a coat of orange paint or something on that thing. But I've got a few pieces here. Got that piece. Got a few more pieces of hardwood that'll burn all night long. But I don't want to. I don't want to go to bed with that. I don't want to go to bed with it still, with the fire still burning, with that burn ban. I double checked. It's not in effect right now here if you're using charcoal, but we'll see. I could be wrong on that anymore. I frequently am incorrect. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that steak. I forgot paper plates. I'm going to have to start making a list and checking it twice before I come out. Didn't used to have to do that, but my friend Ted, who I've mentioned many times before, always did have a list. And we would split the groceries, the outdoor supplies evenly. If I spent $30 or $40 on food and let's say bourbon, etc., he would spend the exact same amount. So that would be, equal 50-50 the whole time. But that's neither here nor there. I've still got to get him paid off. I think before I pay him off, I'm going to try to go ahead and hire that publishing company to go ahead and act as my agent and publish my book and get that out of the way. And we'll go from there. All right. Back in a sec. I'll tell you what. I'm not, like I said earlier on the video that came out right before this, I am not sponsored by anyone. I was talking about in the other video, I was talking about the Shady Rays, and the only reason I did that was because of exceptional customer service. I had a crack in the first pair, sent them a photo on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, on a Thursday. By Monday, I had a new pair of Shady Rays in the mail. They didn't say anything. They didn't give me any kind of hassle. It was just, hey, sorry about that, sir. And here's your new pair. And I told the guys, like, I really appreciate that. I'm going to mention you. I said, I've got a new little YouTube channel, and I will shout out the praises of your customer service. So this, you probably seen this on the Facebook market, or not Facebook Marketplace, but on some of these advertisements for the Lit Mobile. And that right there is what that is. That's the Lit Mobile. And so far I've been super happy with it. The new iPhone that I have, it does the wireless charging. So all you have to do is lay it on top of the Lit Mobile and it starts charging. Love it so far. And that's pretty bright. So that's why I didn't buy an LED light for my camera, which I still need to do that. That thing's coming along pretty good right now. I'm going to say another 10 minutes and she should be, if that, maybe 5 minutes, and it should be done. So yeah, super hungry, ready to go. Well, it's a beautiful sight, and it's almost 11 o'clock at night. Even though it's early if I were back at the farmhouse, I am I'm brushing my teeth and getting ready to go ahead and crash for the night. I might charge the iPhone for a minute and listen to a podcast to kind of lull me to sleep, blah, blah, blah. Maybe if I take the toothbrush out of my mouth, I could speak properly.
Good morning, everyone. Just got up. Actually, didn't just get up. I got up about 2 hours ago and couldn't go back to sleep. Mind was racing as it does sometimes. It's 9 minutes after 7. So I've got to get up here in a few minutes and make a cup of coffee. As you can see, that Lit Mobile is going strong. I see a spider on the outside. But yeah, so far it's doing really well. It charged my iPhone all the way up, and it only went down, I think, to 10%. I think the advertisement said that it would charge an iPhone fully 8 times, so I could see it doing that. It's pretty bright. It's not really what I wanted to. If I use that to try to film at night, last night that didn't work out too well, but I would have to try to figure out a way that the light would be focused on me. Look at that, I'm getting a chicken neck there, I'm getting a double chin. Got to get another, hopefully get another 10-15 pounds off before the next, at least another 10 pounds before the next camping video. I said it before, and in my last video, the stated goal is to get back down to about 170, 172 to 175. That's the recommended ideal weight for my height and body mass. Not body mass. Heck, I'm not even thinking clearly yet. I gotta get up and get some coffee. I don't really think I need to make a campfire this morning. I might not. I've got that twig stove with me. It just takes a few minutes to put it together, and yeah, I'll get up here in a second and start stirring around. As always, I try to do the deep breathing exercises every morning. So, well, almost every morning. Where you breathe in, I've said it before, breathe in, breathe out. I'll try to hold it for 6 seconds and back out. Do that for, 10, count it, 10 breaths in and out. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Getting all pudgy. Good morning, Southwest Virginia.
Okay, this is the, as you might say, the virgin burn of my Snow Peak Titanium 900 milliliter cooking cup, and then there's also got a little frying pan you can put on the top. But I'm waiting on that to boil, and then I'm going to have a cup of coffee. So, yay, coffee. And as I've said many times, look at all that trash in the daylight. I'm going to be pulling up all of that trash that I can. I brought one trash bag. That's all I have. I didn't think it would be, well, I had an inkling that it would be that bad. But that's just ridiculous, isn't it? I think so. But so I think we're going to have the coffee. Then I may make the rice. Like I've said, I'm not 100% sold on that. Last night, to keep the fire going, I went ahead and cut down a piece of dead standing, as I probably mentioned, and I was processing it up. There's some health food, by golly. Every American should have it. But yeah, I was processing that up, and here's the frying pan that I've mentioned that goes on top of the Snow Peak. For you guys that and girls out there that are heavy-duty campers, you'll know already. But for anyone that doesn't, see that it kind of flops out. It locks into place. So, and it's super lightweight, featherweight. And then I brought along a this is just a plastic, or not a plastic. Well, I guess it would be plastic. Scrub brush, Brillo pad. And there's the iPhone with that Lit Mobile charger, and it's doing its job really well. I've got it turned off right now, but it's, as you saw, it's pretty bright. But I still need to either rig up that, or I've got to get one of those LED lighting systems for my my camera, for the DSLR. I think I've got the issue with the muffled noise out of the way. Hopefully I keep doing a mic check before I turn it on and start filming. I do a mic check on it. So hopefully it'll be all right. And as you can see out there, as soon as I get a cup of coffee, And I'm going to do some light stretching as I always do. Looks like there's some people down there. You'll never see it on the GoPro. But looks like there's somebody out there maybe going to do some early morning fishing. Can't tell from this distance. But you didn't see it last night. Maybe I did film it. I can't remember if I did or not. But it looks like a subdivision. And it wasn't that long ago, and I know I'm seeming like an old codger, but it wasn't that long ago that was all farmland. The elderly farmer passed away, and I guess his children and or siblings did not want to continue on with the farming tradition, which is sad. Sad, sad, sad. Because everybody wants range these days. Okay, we're going to have to do a little editing right there. A little splice. But, it's what I was saying is it's a shame because everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people nowadays are wanting, range, free range chicken and free range eggs, and people are wanting grass-fed beef. If you live in a city, you don't realize how many acres it takes to do that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 1 or 2 acres per cow. Sounds right. I remember with we had horses, and with those we were told to keep at least an acre and a half for the horses to per horse to graze. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. Looks like we're slowly getting to a boil. Very slowly. So, like I said, as soon as that's done, I have a cup of coffee. I'm going to do some more stretching. It's always important, whether you do a heavy workout or not. It's always important to do, light stretch. Do some deep breathing exercises. Those not only calm you down, center you, but they have health benefits as well. And my nose is running uncontrollably. Now today, I didn't, like I said, this is not a bushcrafty use a fire steel, although I do have a fire steel ferro rod somewhere around here. But today, to light that fire quickly, I used one of these Esbit cubes. And then there's my twig stove. I'd love to get a bush buddy, but this is the fire ant, Esbit fire ant. And this is the stainless steel. They have a titanium one that's even lighter than this, featherweight. This is not too bad. You can put that in the pocket of, you can put that in a cargo pocket of a pair of pants, shorts, etc. Got some water unthawing right there for my cooler. And let's see, as I ramble around, I'm probably going to be shooting more than I actually am going to be putting on. I gotta wash that. Didn't use it. I just grabbed that steak last night and just ate it like a caveman. Let's see. The Nor's rice that I've got is teriyaki noodles. Yummy. All right. I can't believe it's October. I said this in my other video, the one where I'm testing out that Osprey backpack, and that was last week. And here it is, October the 10th, October 10th, and I am standing here in shorts. I got just I got a little bit chilly last night for a second, and I brought a Primloft coat with me, and I just put that over like my top of my torso, and it was just fine. It's about time to retire that Marlboro bag, though. Yeah, it's about time to retire it. It's done a good job, as I was saying. You know, people might give me a hard time about it, but here, I'll let you see what it looks like. And the this Kelty tent, love it. And this is my, there we go. This was my setup for last night. You can see the Marlboro bag. There's the Marlboro bag. And there's the Primloft coat over there, kind of just shoved into the corner. And for this trip, all I did, since I wasn't going to be doing any hiking or anything like that, I just have an army duffel bag and shoved everything into that, and a backpack. And I used, here's the Outdoor Vitals pillow. Man, that thing worked really well. I was really comfortable using that last night. So I brought the duffel bag and then this little old Reebok day pack. And so I've got the coffee. I've got a little trash there I got to pick up. That was a goodie powder. My legs bothering me today, but yeah, I might have the coffee, and then later on, there's also some Kool-Aid mixture in there. There's a tea that's Earl Grey. I started drinking that a long time ago after watching Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Tea, hot, Earl Grey. So, alright, I'm going to shut it off for a second. Gosh, I haven't worn a bandana, and I want to say it's every bit of 15 years or more. But back in the late 80s and early 90s and mid 90s, I wore them all the time. Do-rag, brain bucket, whatever you want to call them. Pretty handy. In the summertime, of course, you wear them and it'll help keep the dew off of you. I remember watching Gene Hackman in Uncommon Valor, and he had one on, and then he had a fedora that he wore on top of that. But came in handy today when I was getting stuff off the fire. Hopefully that'll heal up soon, or finish healing up, I should say. But when I was getting my coffee, and then last night when I had to get the steak off the grate, came in and it was invaluable. So it's a lot lighter to carry that than a big pair of gloves, but winter's coming, as they say in Winterfell. So yeah, it's gonna be fun soon. Gonna be I've never camped in extremely cold weather, and even around here it doesn't get extremely cold unless you go on top of the mountains, and then it does, because I did a Arctic survival camp, gosh, back 86 or 87, and I remember I was using the bathroom, I was peeing, and I fell up to my chest. It just, the snow just gave way. It was all crusted over, and boom, down I went. I was a little chilly, needless to say. But here in a minute, I might walk down there and get a good view of the lake. It's pretty nice. There's nobody coming around right now. Today is Thursday. I'm losing track of days. Today's Thursday, so nobody should be coming out right now. If people that are going to camp, it'll be later. It's about 9:39 right now. So yeah, I'm good to go for a while. And then I'll be leaving here probably around 12 or 1 o'clock. Gotta get back and maybe do some mowing, weed eating, the old same old. Like I was saying yesterday, you know, you can come out here and do these trips, or you can read philosophy, go to college, but in the end, a lot of times you gotta roll up your sleeves. You gotta roll up your sleeves and do some hard work sometimes. But there's nothing wrong with that. Lao Tzu said that, you know, work is done and then forgotten. That's why it's eternal. Go get my coffee. Yeah, that's really good. But as I was saying, I don't know now, as I was looking at my water situation, if I will have enough water to make the rice. I was saying that I could run down there to the lake and use my Katadyn water filter to be free with the aftermarket bladder, but we'll see how that goes. It's a little treacherous down there. I walked down there late last night, right before dark, just to kind of check it out. I didn't think anybody would be coming around here that late. Although some people did show, kind of drive around through here around 10 o'clock, looking for a place probably to, you know, get naughty and maybe have a few beers, a few drinks, out here by the lake, maybe do some fishing. But it was pretty treacherous down there. Not treacherous here for me, you know, how I used to be, but getting down there on those rocks, we'll see. Out here with hardly any cell signal, if something did happen, I'd be kind of SOL, which makes me think I need to get one of those. If I start doing these long distance hikes to kind of for myself and to raise awareness for, you know, brain tumors, and I might need to get one of those in-reach systems so that if something happens to me, I can use that. Or there's something else called, I think it's a spot. I think that's what it's called. So if something happens, you can just, you know, you can immediately send out an SOS signal. So anyway, I think I'm going to finish this coffee, and then I'll come back on here in a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and finish this before it gets cold. Well, everything is packed up except for the chair and my hammock. There she is. So that way I can just sit here and hang out for a little while or until my pickup. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the end of this video clip, and the big mystery on the problem with the Rode Video Micro was that it was a faulty cable that goes from the Video Micro microphone to the DSLR camera input. So after this video, I bought a Video Mic Go, and it had, of course, a new cable. Tried it. Both mics work perfectly now, so I've got two. So if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas. As I finally sit here editing this video, I discovered that the Rode Video Micro failed me, and I decided to go ahead, after that failure, I decided to go ahead and spend a little bit more money, and purchase a the Rode Video Mic Go. Now, once I received that and tested it out, I find out what exactly happened, and I will let you know what it was. And it was pretty simple and pretty stupid that I did not figure it out, or figure it out before spending extra money on another microphone. But now I have a Video Micro and the Video Mic Go, so I have two, which is great. And as you can see, I am sitting here making up the coffee, creamer, some sugar. So yeah, here it turned out pretty good, and from now on I'm going to be using the mic, a couple of different microphones. So here we go, coffee time. Gosh, I haven't worn a bandana in, I want to say it's every bit of 15 years or more. But back in the late 80s and early 90s and mid 90s, I wore them all the time. Do-rag, brain bucket, whatever you want to call them. Hey, you need to stop, okay? You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. That was the the cable that came from GoPro. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me just explain to you what happened. The big secret to the whole situation for the entire summer is basically what the heck? It just keeps running its mouth. That was the cable that came from GoPro.